y'all, Connie here. I am super excited. Today is the day for Yarn Club. The Tristan and Isolde Yarn Club shipment number 3 is here. So this is the 3rd month. I have done one pattern so far, just released. It is for a fun little scarf, and last month's yarn was this awesomely sinister purpley brown color, which this is actually plan B that I'm going to show you today. Plan A, I didn't have enough yarn for, but Karen's taking care of that for me. And soon I will have another 2 skeins of this yummy, yummy yarn in my hands to make the original plan. I've got the pattern all written up and ready to go. So I just need to work it up. But these are plan B, and these are fingerless mitts that I worked up with the same yarn in a similar pattern that I thought I would go ahead and finish up so I could show you these today. Now these are actually a little big for my teeny tiny hands, but what do you think? I put this huge zipper in there because I wanted it to be a statement, and I think I succeeded. What do you think? Statement enough? But these are really fun, and they're pretty quick to make too. I mean, like I said, this was not my original plan with this yarn, but I think they turned out pretty well, and I am even more excited now that I've finished these to get the rest of the yarn and make the original plan, which is going to be a zippered cowl in a similar but even more sinister pattern. So hopefully I will be sharing that with you soon. I will provide a link to it in the comments on the video. But we should get to this shipment. Are you ready? I'm ready. All right. So we have, yep, there's our notes. Let's see what Karen has to say about shipment number 3. Howdy, she says, I'm really excited about this month's shipment. I love this yarn base, and I hope you will too. It's one that I just added to the regular lineup, so if you do fall in love with it like I have, you'll be able to find more on a regular basis. Well, this sounds exciting. Reminder to check out the Crochet Along, Knit Along thread in Ravelry. Not too late to join, so go check that out. There will be prize drawings. Fun. There's a bundle of suggested patterns. Oh, if you haven't already, open the bag and take a look. She really likes to tell me to do this. Okay, all right. We'll take a look. I'm just going to peek, though. I'm just going to peek. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I have to do more than peek. Look at this, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Is that not just gorgeous? Look at this. This is so pretty. This yarn is right up my alley, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm just speechless apparently. So anyway, let's see what she says about it. Last month you got a yarn that was 100% blue BFL, which is blue-faced Leicester. She told me I pronounced it wrong. It is British, of course, so they say it funny apparently. So blue-faced Leicester. And this month's yarn is BFL and silk, and a lace weight yarn with incredible drape and durability. You see me petting it here. I'm sorry. If you're not a shawl knitter or crocheter right now, this yarn just might make you into one, as it screams shawl. Oh, we've got some extras in the bag, a crochet hook and some beads. Okay, cool. All right, I have to look. Okay, yep. Oh, look at the fun beads. These are pretty. Pretty little clear crystal beads. Those would go nicely with this. I don't know if I'll do that with them. I don't know. We'll see. I've got to think about it. And there is a teeny tiny crochet hook, a 0.9 millimeter hook. I don't know if I have one this size. Ha! So that'll be fun. I don't know. I'll have to think about the beads. I might do that. Here, we'll leave this here. Gosh, this is so pretty. I love this shade. It is It is called The Wooing of Isolde, and the base is Isolde. Oh my gosh, we have 3 postcards. The story's really long today, folks. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay. 55% superwash BFL, 45% silk lace weight yarn, 875 yards. Yeah. Shawl, scarf. I don't know. Oh, that's nice. Okay, stop playing with the yarn. I will stop playing with the yarn now. And I will read you the story, The Wooing of Isolde. 3 parts. This is going to be a long one. All right, do I have them in order? 3BA, yes, okay. Mark is overjoyed to have his nephew return, and at first so are the others at court. Tristan wows them with his adventures in Ireland and his description of the beauty of the enchanting maid of Ireland, Isolde. But gradually, Tristan's accomplishments turn the nobles against him. In short, they are jealous of his exploits and his influence on his uncle. At this point, Tristan is also Mark's heir, which they are not happy about, so they devise a plan to get Mark to marry so he can father a different heir. Mark, however, is not interested in marrying and is perfectly happy with Tristan as his heir. Tristan realizes the attitude of the other nobles is serious and implores Mark to listen to their advice. Otherwise, Tristan says he will leave so as not to create conflict in the court. The nobles approach Mark with a plan. The hostilities between Cornwall and Ireland are still strong, so the best way to end them is to create a union between the 2 countries through the marriage of Mark and Isolde. Mark, thinking there's no way the King of Ireland will agree to the marriage, thinks to outwit his men and get them to stop pestering him about marriage. He declares he will marry no one except Isolde. Then he asks how they plan to make the match. The nobles then reveal that they are the ones who have outwitted Mark. Their plan is to send Tristan to Ireland to woo the fair maiden in the name of the king. Mark, knowing Tristan will not find success in Ireland because of his part in the death of the queen's brother, is beyond furious at this turn of events. But Tristan calms his uncle, saying he would give his life if necessary to see this match happen, which should also result in peace between Cornwall and Ireland. Besides, he has a plan. Of course he does. Ireland has been beset by a great dragon, whom no one has been able to defeat. It has gotten so bad that the King of Ireland has declared he will give his daughter, Isolde, in marriage to the man who defeats the dragon. Tristan vows to do just this. Unbeknownst to him, another man is determined to defeat the dragon and win Isolde, the steward who lusts after the fair maiden and sees this as the way to win her, and ultimately, Ireland. I don't like this guy. Tristan finds the dragon and charges it on his horse. The dragon comes at him, smoke pouring from its mouth, and Tristan's spear tears through the dragon's jaw. Tristan escapes being wounded, but his poor horse is killed and eaten by the dragon. But the spear is still wedged into the dragon's jaw, so the dragon flees. Tristan goes after the dragon on foot, and after a long chase, they fight one another. But the dragon's wound is enough to handicap him, and Tristan gains the upper hand, killing the dragon. Tristan then cuts out the dragon's tongue as proof that he was the one to kill it. Yuck. Tristan at this point is exhausted, and he searches for a place to rest. The heat, both of the day around him as well as the fire from the dragon, has affected him, and he finds a pool in which he can rest. Unfortunately, the fumes from the dragon's tongue affect Tristan, and he stays in that pool in a semi-conscious state for days. Uh-oh. Meanwhile, the steward has come upon the dead dragon, and seeing no one around to claim the kill, he decides to claim it, and Isolde himself. He gathers witnesses who help him take the dragon's head to court. Isolde is upset at this news, as she does not want to marry the steward. Her mother agrees, and the 2 of them decide to investigate. They ride out to the site of the dragon's body and determine that another man must have killed the dragon. Eventually, they come to the pool and find Tristan. Fearing he is dead, they examine him and find the dragon's tongue. Once the tongue's influence has been removed from Tristan, he starts to stir, and Isolde recognizes him as the minstrel Tantris. All 3 return to court. Tristan, under the guise of the minstrel, is distressed to hear about the steward's claim of killing the dragon. He vows to champion Isolde and protect her from wrongly marrying the other man. The steward, not knowing that the real dragon slayer has been found, will not back down on his claim and wants to settle the matter in court. At the meeting, the queen reveals she knows the steward did not kill the dragon and claims to know who did. She calls for a trial by combat to be held in 3 days, thus giving Tristan time to fully recover to determine the outcome. When it is almost time for the battle, Isolde and her ladies clean and prepare Tristan's sword and armor for the trial. Uh-oh. In doing so, she notices the sword is missing a small piece. Her heart turns to ice as she realizes she has the missing piece, the splinter found in her uncle's skull. Sure enough, the piece is a perfect fit for the sword. She considers the minstrel's name, Tantris, and realizes it is just a reversed version of Tristan, her uncle's killer. She confronts Tristan and vows to kill him, but her mother stops her. They have promised to protect this man, so harming him would cause him to break their oath. Plus, if they do not produce him for the trial, Isolde will have to marry the steward. However, because she does not know the true reason Tristan is there, she thinks that means she will have to marry Tristan instead. Because she hates him so much for killing her beloved uncle, she considers marrying the steward as a lesser evil. After a long internal battle in consultation with her mother and her handmaiden Brancaine, Isolde decides to allow Tristan to live and to champion her against the steward. The trial begins with the steward still standing by his word that he killed the dragon. He claims the dragon's head is evidence of defeating the dragon, but Tristan comes forward and shares his story, producing the dragon's tongue. With that evidence, no trial by combat is needed, as the steward finally realizes he has been defeated. The king gives Isolde to Tristan as reward for killing the dragon, and Tristan reveals that he has done all of these things to win Isolde for his uncle, King Mark. Tristan and an unwilling and unhappy Isolde prepare for the journey to Cornwall. What happens on this journey will change their fates forever. I bet it will. This yarn may change my fate forever. I'm so excited to work with this. This is delicate and icy and like reminds me of water, maybe tears. Oh, but Isolde is Irish, so there's cables. I don't know. There's so many possibilities for this. I don't know. I'm just going to sit here and pet it for a little while.